Hello, everybody. We are getting into another video where you guys are gonna have to
The app tester thing that you posted doesn't work. I only made $63. Excuse me? It doesn't work, but you made $63? If you don't know what I'm talking
you can skip ahead because, to be honest, I don't know how to edit. I'm 10 years old, okay? Cut me some slack, and it's one of... Got play an entire minigame. Okay, but what we see in this episode is finally expansion into somewhere else that's not, certainly it's the Atlantic. The Atlantic, this region right here. Right here. Right here. Wait. Okay. Got the river gate system. But anyways, it doesn't. But anyways, we finally see a. Now, after the purple team has formed, whenever the blue and red team, right? You see, of course, the yellow team. The yellow team. Hey, Brian, how is this the orange team, the yellow team? The orange team. The orange team. They get quite scared of this controllative movement. And they're also actually forming a plan. Case of arrangement known as Plan Icomagen. Which basically just have millions of troops lined up with the border and have an extra layer of protection around each crack to kind of make it shaped like this. This is basically just to stop anybody from quickly invading. If they easily swallow up this, they'll probably be pretty weakened, so they have to swallow up these cracks. Second. Because that's just stupid. But anyways, but before this happens, we see new countries come by. I know, real doozy. Those countries being silent. This country being this whatever color, and they just kind of go chili mode the second they spawn in. Nobody's there to stop them, so why not? Mapping air, you never saw that. And then we see another country come by. God, how am I already running out of colors? God, how does Adis Pro do it? But anyways, see, this country just kind of expand. They also go chili mode, going off the influence of their very close neighbor. This is gonna give maybe this is gonna give a I have to do this process every time. I know, I feel just as bad for you. In fact, I'm just gonna do that. Oh, great. There goes me being dumb mode. I think I might have just made a mistake. And now, the map's gonna look very weird, and people are gonna get pissed off at me. You know what's just not me, but when the next country comes by, and they also just cherry style it. This time they kind of like landlock, I should call it, like landlock. They just kind of expansion block, but not expand drag. And also they have a main strat where they just kind of don't really like go fully up to the bigger countries. Because they know that can get them in some trouble. Well, from, this region up here. Mainly this region over here. Actually, not even that region. Mainly just like this region. Yeah, you can clearly see this entire side. It's continent. I just go it. It's on it. It's ruled by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 countries. All the superpowers. But then we see one country go, wow, I want to go to this diamond too. So they realize they have to do, there's no more land left. So they do the frontier, which obviously makes lots of countries mad because they realize this is going to get them out. If, of course, any of these countries decide to invade and go further down south. Discover them, which could cause economic crashes and other things. See, how useful is that? Why didn't I do that before, you may ask? Well, that's because, listen, on this channel, you can't expect anything nice from me. I'm just kidding, that's a joke. Please watch my videos. I'm not the most influencer content creator. I dedicated most of my life to YouTube. And sure, maybe sometimes I made year-long breaks, but those weren't that long, it's just Stop looking at my Flipper Clip videos. Okay? Those things take long to make. Not a year, it's just, And I'll be honest, at this point, I've basically quit YouTube. But anyways, these countries finally discover these countries, but they want to expand down, all of these countries, all of the. So these countries basically just they operate, plan, panic mode, which causes this to happen. I'll show you. First, that happens. Then we see that this happen. Oh God. Boom. They just, Albuquerque. They all expand into basically just the mainland, trying to quickly gather up land, but the one thing they don't notice is that this is just giving the countries more land, and one thing you're going to be aware of, most of the countries down here are stupid. And you know what? At this point, I think I live in down one of those countries. No wonder I don't have an audience. And we basically just see them, form this weird buffer state in the middle. Listen, I worked on these two borders. I want to keep them as memory. In the fact that it will also help with later projects. So, we see the first major scale. So we see basically not a war, but something I like to call the Mike Damn conference. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna stop being. I'm. If you guys can tell from every single one of my videos, you guys can tell from literally every single one of my videos, I'm autistic. That's why I repeat my. That's why. It's also. Yeah. It's also why I repeat myself. Actually, I just do that to make me sound better, but really, it's just annoying. And just now, thinking about it as I'm recording. Really shows you the type of person I am. What is that? And what am I supposed to be mad at? Who knows? I'm just trying to be funny. Because I know I'm not. But anyways, yeah, so basically what they do is see, I told you it'd happen. I already know that I'm gonna have to do this, so I'm just gonna spare you guys the the video wait. I am sorry. If I knew how to, from my old phone, I could just simply pause my iPhone. I mean, not my iPhone, just my Android, and you guys would be spared of this hellish time that is me having to draw borders. But unfortunately, it's not as that easy. So one of my main complaints. Why do iPhones need to be so unbelievably complicated? Like, you have to play a whole mini game just to freaking pause some music. You see, I am an Android user. So, an iPhone is like having a newborn baby walk and use a computer and go grocery shopping all at the same time in under 10 minutes. How you gotta play a whole mini game just to take a good photo? Tell me. Does it sound like fun? No, not one bit. Which is why I don't enjoy iPhones. They just don't get going on. If it's not appealing enough, this is probably why I'm considering to just stop using dark colors altogether. It's a simple way to get out of the way. Am I saying that because I'm lazy? What do you think? Imagining you're thinking yes, and if you were thinking yes, you are correct. What? And this is an example on how I'm stupid. And I try to be funny by just acting stupid. Yeah, this should be the main apparent reason how people can just set this as an example on the main apparent reason how people can tell I have autism. Not saying that I'm not autistic, like saying that I barely even act autistic, but I bet this is usually how people end up coming to the conclusion that I'm autistic, and they are correct. So I'm pretty sure I'm autistic. Well, who knows? Maybe it might be ADHD, but who cares? But my entire fan base, I wouldn't say, well, actually, no, I wouldn't say my entire fan base, considering I don't even think I have one. Yep. But basically this is the conference, and we also see something, we also see something else happen. The pink team expands. They get this portion because just cut them some slack. In this entire series, this team has not done anything except just try to invade the red team twice and do this, which now it won't work because they've got the ports on the side. So, well, actually now they have second ports. Yeah, purple team, I'm sorry. It's just not in the work with you of the pink team. And then we see the Portugal team get something new and spicy. By that I mean they just get the traditional land, I knew it. I knew it. I didn't actually, but I sometimes, and trust me, one thing, just trust me when I say this, I definitely do know. I definitely do notice my autism. And I hate it. I hate it myself too. I'm assuming all of you do also. And also, I'm going to stop talking about this before this becomes one of those therapy gossip videos, because I'm not actually going to generally do that intentionally, but yeah. And honestly, the Portugal team, they'll just get more. At this point, they're practically I guess you could say, not the main character, of course, that's really nobody in the series, but except I guess the purple team, yeah, I guess the red team, but now it's team, I don't know. They just get more because they're ultra kick. And we also see this upper country get something. What do you may ask? I'm sorry, but you're just not real relevant. I'm sorry, but you're just not really in the relevant series. Irrelevant. Yeah, you're just not really irrelevant. The series, I know, it's totally fine. we got an entire Arctic Circle of countries that aren't irrelevant in the series. What's this going to include you two? I'm sorry, Portugal too. You're not the most. I'm sorry, Portugal too. I mean, you're not the most unrelevant. You just haven't quite done a lot except this. Mainly because if does happen, Portugal too is and will immediately just probably just immediately and just take all that shit. And just take all of it. I live with a cracker bird. And don't jump to conclusions. They call them that because they're birds that just like they make that sound and it sounds like a cracking sound. Like it's more like a well, coincidence of the moment. But anyways, some of these two. And that was it throwing up. We're just taking care of it. It's not going to be permanent. Shut up! It's not going to be a permanent thing. Although it is very... trained. I kind of struggled to find the word I was looking for. Second there, so... yeah. I just gonna make sure these two colors are sad. They're very even. But also see the dog. Oh, my hand's starting to get numb. These videos don't situate the best proportions for, my own, thing. You gotta list some tools. Yeah, I don't know, that's, no, this is a freaking GPT tool. Stripping on my way to change. And that time, that was me. Oh, I almost done that. I think I'm gonna go quit this video. I'm just now realizing that this entire video is gonna be another video of new countries coming by. No. Because it's this entire video. Actually, no. It's an entire video of countries getting banned. If you can't tell. There's another moment where I am absurdly being stupid. And before you ask, no, it is not on purpose. I hate myself. Very much as you do, matter of fact. Of course, you probably don't hate yourself. You probably hate me because you have to sit here for 7 hours. Not actually 7 hours. It's a metaphor. For you hypocrites out there, they'll scream in the comments. No, it was only 35 minutes. I don't even know why I'm saying this. I'm not going to get any comments on this video. There goes him throwing up again. I think he might be sick. Who knows? It's a bird. They're strange creatures, but also fascinating creatures. I'm going to excuse myself from a cup of tea. I annoy myself too. Way much more than you thinking that. And people are gonna get that inconvenienced for an enclave. But we also see the dog school team gets mad, but we'll dig down on the stereo. They do very get a quite big. They do get a quite very big chunk of land. Down here though, they just keep it low key. You feel me, dog? Why? 'Cause they keep that low key, that low key, key. I'm not funny, am I? No, because I'm gonna have to copy paste these all on the map. Otherwise, I shouldn't think I was stupid because you have to copy some map, so might as well do the work before the struggle. Or something like that. I don't know. It's honestly, I think this is gonna be more of a struggle. Trying to follow the borders perfectly. Of course, I'm not gonna have to follow them perfectly. I just want to make sure they look nice and not like Cohen's Book of a Kitty Fight. That kind of Cohen book you like whenever you discover a log of feces inside of a Denny's Outback Steakhouse in the urinal. And for some reason it has a freaking textbook on it. And you wait on to figure out that it was caused by a baby. And piece together back the tape, the whatever book in it. What do we even, I don't even know I don't even know what I was talking about here. If you can't tell from the noise I just made, that's another example on how I am autistic. So get that fingers and system. Although it is quite keep See, autism. So I'm so sorry if I just woke up like one of your parents while you're watching this at midnight. I just woke up to because I'm not gonna be replicated again. What did you think? I was some kind of monster? No. That was unnecessary. That wasn't even a funny joke. I beat on myself, okay? Let me do it. My God. Why did I say a freaking accent like that? What? No, look at that. I am I'm being my natural self. Natural self, I mean, procrastinate. Yeah, but I think we're gonna move on to the bamboo dance. After Jam Conference. Okay, but it means goodbye and